It was fun and games for the guys from SAFDA as they ended off their Winter League season with an unusual theme evening at the George Lee Park in Sandton. Ultimate Frisbee is an exciting non-contact team sport played by thousands the world over. It mixes the best features of sports such as soccer, basketball, American football and netball into an elegantly simple yet fascinating and demanding game. The reason why we popped in for a visit is to find out what these guys are doing to promote the game of Ultimate Frisbee and also how they are helping kids get involved. Every Sunday, these guys give up their time and travel to Soweto for some Frisbee coaching sessions combined with AIDS awareness programs. The kids are taken through an exercise routine and then shown how to throw and catch a Frisbee. The rules are basic and the kids love the game.
This is a Ultimate Frisbee training. Through SAFDA, which is the South African Flying Disc Association. We come out every Sunday between 12 and 2 and teach kids how to play Ultimate Frisbee. Usually the kids are local in the area of PimVille. So yeah, they come out every Sunday and we pretty much give them a 2-hour good game of Frisbee training.
What is Ultimate Frisbee?
Ultimate Frisbee is going in South Africa now for about 9 years. The sport's been going internationally for about 25. One of our development projects within the South African Flying Disc Association is the Soweto project. We've got two main projects, one in Khayelitsha and the others in Soweto right here.
What happens to the kids that do show the talent to take the sport further?
SAFDA's got a league program that we've set up. It's primarily set up in Johannesburg and Cape Town. Pretty much we scout talent and train talent in Soweto, and once they get to an old enough age, we can then integrate them into our leagues.
Explain to us how the rules of Ultimate Frisbee work.
Ultimate Frisbee is sort of a similar mix between, I'd say, American football and netball, in that you've got two end zones similar to rugby and American football. You're not allowed to run to the disc, and pretty much you have two teams, and the team on offense has to score in the opposing end zone by throwing the disc and someone catching it into the end zone. It's very similar to the rules of, in terms of fouls as basketball. You've got a pivot foot if you're on offense and you're throwing, and you've always got a defender on you defending the disc. The whole objective of the game is crossing over that end zone, catching it within that end zone. And because Ultimate Frisbee is self-refereed, we have no referee, so it's up to the responsibility of the players to control the game and enforce the rules, which compared to sports like rugby and soccer, we have very little sort of people cheating in the game because of that. It's also being used as Love Life's primary sort of, I'd say, weapon or for HIV/AIDS prevention. As you can see, the sport's very physical. It definitely infuses activity. And also for kids, I think from a development perspective, it offers that hand-eye coordination from a complete perspective. In terms of the sport's not just used with, it's not just a sport of using feet. It requires a whole coordination. So it really adds to that perspective. And we are using it to attract young players into the game and then pass off HIV/AIDS messaging to young kids as a preventative measure. So it forms part of that program.
What are the development advantages of kids participating in Ultimate Frisbee?
It has huge development advantages in Africa. One of the first things we noticed is if we bring a disc out onto the field, we can attract 25, 50 kids with little no time. So it has huge appeal. One of the biggest advantages too about Frisbee, as you said, it's unknown. So there's no pressure from parents, from friends to play the sport. Everyone's in quite an equal footing. From an African perspective, and why this sort of Love Life has taken this up as a big program in South Africa, is the costs. We can pretty much produce these discs at 10 Rand a disc, and 10 Rand a disc, we don't even need a set-up playing field. We just need open space. Major international, in fact, most of the international competitions happen on beaches worldwide, so it literally just needs open space and a disc and people. And I suppose in Africa we've got lots of people in open space.
We spoke to one of the foreign coaches to find out just how popular the sport is in the USA.
In the US, it's been around for quite a while now. It's really established in the colleges. That's where it starts at the university level. Most of the people start playing there, and then once they graduate, they move on to the club level. outside of the club level is a competitive league, and then there's a lot of different, each city will have 1 or 2 major leagues within it consisting of lots of different teams. Like the bigger cities, Washington, D.C., Boston, New York, Philadelphia, where it's just almost at an intramural kind of level where it's just anybody can play and join, and corporate teams will sponsor players and they'll organize themselves, and they'll have a league just for beginners and then intermediate and advanced, depending on how big the city is. So it's really, at any stage, you can kind of play and fit in wherever you want and join up with the team, and you can do it for fun or you can do it competitively. So it's quite large in the US right now.
Find out more on Ultimate Frisbee by visiting their website. Next week, we introduce you to Play School's Golf SA, a new program introducing young children to the sport of golf.
So the golf ball has a hook mat surface on it, and it connects up to the hook surface on the flag sticky, and that's how you hole out.